What's up, everybody? We're back with some more Nova Drift.
Nova Drift.
Before we begin, I'd like to thank Sir Platinum Slark, Luan John, Meister Gherkin Salad, Bozo, Zinthas, Ultra Viper, Buzzkill, Connor McLean, Hyper Exalted God King Supreme, Mega Ultra Dave, Marco Dendecker, and Lakeshore5232 for being members of our Patreon. If you'd like to be a member of our Patreon, go to patreon.com. I'll just leave a link in the description.
Yeah.
And today, we're exploring more new beta content.
Okay.
He's like, all right.
Doing it.
I mean, until we can change the weapon, we're doing it right now with the new blaster.
Okay.
We mentioned it yesterday.
Which is better.
Yeah, it does 5 more damage per shot. It used to do 20, now it does 25. That's a pretty significant upgrade. I would like to... There we go. So, Flak got a new update. As you can see here, each projectile adds 0.25% vulnerability to targets. So, and that increases the damage it takes from all sources. So we're going to go for a crazy Flak vulnerability build.
Okay.
Assuming we don't immediately perish. And shields are back. I need the spawner to die. There we go. The game really went in hard for me at the beginning there. I don't want to spend another reroll. I was like, max vulnerability, I can go for like a shockwave thing, because that also applies vulnerability, but then I have to spend a reroll.
Yeah, you could do it, though.
Okay.
Rerolls are there to spend.
I'm going to spend another reroll, because my idea for doing it even more
Was engineer.
going engineer, having some friends.
That could also apply, yeah?
Yeah. We'll go with rapid fire. I haven't decided if I want to do loaded mines as well, because I'm thinking about doing like ally specialist, support specialist, and then going like wingman, just putting everything in front of me, so I just have like
The vulnerability cannon.
just a wall of vulnerability bullets.
Why?
Well, there's the allies. I can get them going early, I suppose. There's also like I want velocity on these so that the bullets go further. I want volley, so mine specialist. You're the wrong specialist, and you're the wrong ally.
It's true.
For my purposes today, those were all the incorrect ones. So as you can see, as I'm shooting, the damage is getting higher and higher. And then he dies. And theoretically, that's just going to get better with time.
Yeah.
Elegant Construction is good. Warpath is good, because I think I'm going to want to do like some siege weaponry shenanigans with this. Obviously, Priority 0 is good. I'm going to get Warpath first, I think.
Okay.
Because I think this with a siege weaponry could be
silly.
very interesting. Alright. Oh, my allies decided to fight this guy first, so let's kind of get them involved. The one weak part about Flak early game is snakes. It takes a hot minute.
Yeah.
Comet, you helped nobody.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Interceptor allies. Get them online. I can't help but notice that I was going to say one of my allies is dead, and then I watched the other one die, so, all of my allies are dead.
It happens.
The majority of these snakes are still alive in many chunks.
Yeah, and you're moving on to the next wave already.
Yeah. These allies are just gonna, or these guys are just gonna be with me forever. Echo Strike could potentially help them get towards me, but I also want Firing Ray to go into Fusillade because more bullets, more better. So I'm gonna grab that. I'm gonna make my center bullets bigger and angrier. I don't necessarily want to rein in my my spread yet because I kind of like the spread. This is very good with
Okay.
barrage, but I don't think I'm going to barrage because I want the spread. And then there's focus fire in case I wanted to do that. Burst fire is fine. Construction's fine. I'll grab the burst fire because, like I said, I'm going to want to get siege weaponry at some point. And burst fire just helps me get a little bit more bullets out now.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the wingman. I can go right into it.
Yeah.
All right, hang with me, fellas. That does mean that I can put my shield on them, and it would be pretty effective for me too.
True.
And then that means I can apex them.
Also true.
Okay, let's roll here. Improved thrusters is good. Regen is good. Focus fire again. It's like I don't need it right now. Give me the regen just for. Engineers are not the healthiest of boys. Also, one of my allies has already bitten a dust. There was a dust on the ground and they bit it.
They bit it.
Yeah. Okay. But eventually we'll get this off the ground. Let me just generically improve the gun for now, because I think early game, I think that's going to help out more than anything else. You were so close, Comet. Oh, I just watched my ally
Yeah, just exploded.
get exploded. All right, fusillade. Maximum bullet. Dodged.
Perfect dodge.
So now that I have fusillade, I might rein in it a
You
little
should
bit.
rein it in at least a little bit.
Just a little bit.
So I'm gonna take it. You're not gonna barrage. Oh, a double
Yeah,
tap.
I'm not gonna barrage because I want a little bit of the fan out. We'll grab the Echo Strike. Oh, we got a reroll.
Yeah, it's not my job anymore.
Aw. Well, we don't need outmaneuver because they're going to be attached to my face. We can get nanotech.
Nanotech is very good.
It's like I could go elegant construction too, but let's get the evolution as fast as I can. Oh, there was also focus fire. I could have focused that fire. My fire.
But getting the evolution is probably pretty good. Let them fire your weapon more often.
Ouchie.
Your shield's down.
My shield
And you
is
lost
down.
a friend.
And I lost a friend. Yeah.
Random deck adherence.
Well,
Where were you yesterday?
not around. The same place as Stonks and Honor-Bound and all those other things.
I'm going to assume that you knew the exact timing of that so well because it's more impressive that way.
Of what?
You flying into directly at the laser and it like turning off as you got to it.
Yeah, that was not even facetiously. That was reasonably calculated.
It was perfection. I was looking at that going, well, you're definitely just gonna fly in through the laser, and then you took no damage. It turned off like frame perfect. Also, good lord,
Yeah.
all that vulnerability stacking does some work.
Also, it's a lot of hits, and the spread doesn't matter when you're inside
That
the
is true.
thing. It's like I am missing exactly 0 bullets in there. Ah, Snake Boys, you're not so strong now, are ya? Ba 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 ba.
Could take mines.
Yeah, could take mine. Take improved thrusters.
Work with Blink, always good.
Corrosion's also pretty crazy now with you know, how many things that I'm hitting with and the fact that it doesn't lower my weapon damage at all.
Yeah.
But getting mobility is probably a way to do things. I have so many things that I need. Will I get all of them? Will I get any of them? Tune in next week to find out.
This is not going to be a two-parter, don't worry.
Watch it be the first two-parter. It ends up being like a 3-hour run. Construction or priority 0. I'm gonna go priority 0 because we're wingmanning. Overclock tactical link is huge. It's like one of the big benefits of doing a wingman shenanigan. Wingman singular now.
Usually is.
Formerly wingmen. Hull strength would be nice at some point, but let me get that blink. Alright, meta charge!
Meta charge!
See, this is why I like the spread. I don't gotta aim that well. I'm hitting something.
It's fair.
Ooh, so many things I want.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the blink. I'm gonna be responsible. Have the safety blink for when you need it. I don't recommend you teleporting into this part of space. It's not safe. What's the 60 gonna be? It's coming right around the corner.
Respect the classics.
And the classics have indeed been respected. I don't know if you call what I did to it respecting it, but you respected it.
Yeah, of course.
There's the siege weaponry, but there's also elegant construction. There's also bravado, but I'm engineer, and I am not going for an additional ally. It's too much work.
No, but you could though. That'd be so much more.
It's too much work.
You don't know for sure.
I do know for sure. I've done it before. What do you mean I don't know for sure?
You don't know for sure. It could be like no work at all today.
Even if I got everything I needed immediately, it's still a lot of levels of investment. Tactical link, support specialist, focus fire. All things I want. I don't need tactical link yet, he says right before disaster.
Mm-hmm.
Got him. All right, we're spitting some bullets out now. I just need to focus them up a little bit, make them go a little bit further with some velocity. Make them bigger. This does lower my rate of fire. I mean, I am relying on weapon damage. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
That was a question mark, right? Because your whole point of this build is that you're applying insane amounts of vulnerability.
Yes. But the vulnerability increases the damage that they take, and I still need to do the damage. So it's now we'll take the tactical link. I really need to get my shield on my ally boys, both for offensive and defensive reasons. Mostly defensive for them, which is offense for me.
Right.
Alright. Just kind of pepper them with some stuff. I do want to get Candescence, but I'm gonna focus the spread a little bit first. I think that's much better. It's a much more acceptable spread.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna do a cheeky little reroll here. I'm not gonna get Barragey, at least yet. I might change my mind at some point down the future, but I like my spread.
Okay.
I'm really looking for Elegant Construction. I know I've passed it so many times. I think the game just thinks I don't want it anymore, but I promise I do. Ricochet is an interesting prospect, but no, that lowers my number of bullets.
That's correct.
I want the bullets. Also, let me grab the whole strength since I'm gonna be giving away my shield at some point. I should at least get that going a little bit. Also, you made almost a disappointed sounding noise.
No, it was a... I had a brief moment of, wait a minute. Because, like...
Alright, hold on. I'm trying to set the salvo going early. Done.
Before he fires.
He got like a bullet off.
Yeah, but there's a new 3-second, like, waiting period in there now. For people, for new players to, like, comprehend the... Oh, there's the dead barrage.
Yeah.
I know you're probably not going to do it.
Like I said, I've seen it a couple of times. But we're going to go Candescence for the corrosion now, I think. And I might barrage later. Ah, velocity. That's what we really wanted.
But no, I was starting to say, because when you gain anything that gives you extra projectiles, but Flak gets double. No, it's double.
Yes, Flak gets more projectiles per projectile.
Gets more projectiles per projectile. Does that count negative projectiles?
I don't know. Are you saying because you think Ricochet would hurt it more?
Right? It's like, depending on how it's programmed.
It's possible. Let's see here. Doubles added projectiles gained from upgrades. It says nothing about ones reduced. Also, Mind Specialist again, still the wrong specialist, but we got Elegant Construction, so we'll allow it. Don't even let these guys on the screen. They're not allowed. Okay. Since I got siege weaponry, I'm probably going to want to find a power reserves at some point just because I don't move quite so fast while I'm doing it. But our time to kill is quite low. And with Barrage, our single target time to kill would be even lower, but we would have to individually aim at all these guys instead of just hitting them all in the cone. Splinter is an interesting one because it would lower my rate of fire by 15%, but it would give me a little bit of a shower of sparks on them. I don't think that's going to be... It's not going to be hitting enough other things.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be worth it, honestly.
I'm going to move past it for now. Ally Specialist. Ho, 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 ho.
Perfect.
There was a corrosion, which would have been lovely to take for, you know, fighting this boss right here. Whom is inexplicably on fire. Okay, I gotta stop. I gotta stop for a second. Stop, collaborate, and listen. Alright, now he's gonna do fire things. I still don't want to be there. Oh, there's all those juicy XPs in the center. I want them. Out of my way. So, would that fight have gone faster with Barrage? Absolutely.
Probably.
But would clearing these waves be faster with Barrage? Absolutely not. It keeps showing me stuff on the way to getting over... Oh, well, I already have overpower. I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't listen to me. Reroll. I could just get a mastery. Give me a little bit more rate of fire. Give me a little bit more other things. But I really want to get... Ah, yes. Snipe. Snipe and shielded constructs are the two things I'm really interested in right now.
You can do it. You can find them.
Oh, they're the next on my list. But yeah. Oh boy.
Ooh.
It occurs to me that I don't want to be in front of you while I do the things that I do. It's like I want to continue to do the things that I do, just not to your face. I want to do it behind your back, like I'm in high school. Again, the wrong one. I want the shielded constructs.
Fashion.
Sure is. Come on! They also improved Incendiary Strike for what it's worth. Targets hit by your weapon are ignited for 50% of the hit's damage per second.
Oh, yeah.
It still doesn't stack with itself, so it wouldn't be good for a weapon like this where I'm hitting for small numbers 1 billion times. But, better than it was. Ricochet again!
They really want you to ricochet.
I found it. Now I just need to Apex, and then we're gonna be in the business. Oh, can I stare down this Juggernaut? Oh, easily. Juggernaut barely had time to exist. I heard I got a pickup of some variety, but I missed what it was.
Well, roll. I'm gonna guess. Well, now I won't know because there's 2 more, and a hyper boost, and an armor fragment. That was like the most, and another 2 more rerolls. That was like the most loaded train.
Warp Strike.
Do you have enough velocity?
I don't think I do.
Because Flak's projectiles kind of die at any sort of distance.
Yeah. Plus, I like wrapping around a lot, and that,
yes,
it's like you can survive just fine by doing that. Whenever I take Warp Strike, I still wrap around a lot, but it's just
I think there are some weapons that really like Warp Strike, like railgun,
rail salvo, split shot.
But I don't think Flak's one. Like even there, like your bullets are going maybe halfway across the screen and they're already tiny.
Yeah.
Like they ain't rapid most of the time.
And this is with almost all the velocity I can muster. I can get a little bit more from weapon mastery.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
My dumb brain wants to do a speaking of which, but then it kind of potentially spoils the answer.
Yeah.
Going back to Pokemon.
Go on.
I watched a very interesting video yesterday where somebody took all of the gym leaders from all of the different Pokemon games and pit them in like AI battles against each other. So each gym leader played 100 battles against every other gym leader, so they could officially say who was the strongest gym leader, who was the weakest gym leader.
But don't early gym leaders have like nerfed levels and all that? Or is that
Correct.
taken into account?
And they they didn't change the level, so they took that into account. Basically, they were saying we want to see even like theoretically, right? With those numbers, you would expect to see like the first gym leader from each game would all be in roughly the same win-loss ratio, and the last gym leaders would also all be in the same relative win-loss ratio, right? Like you would expect all of your Faulkner and your Brock, you know, have roughly the same ratio.
Because it's compounded. It's their lower level and they have less Pokemon, so it's...
Correct. And there were a couple of a couple of interesting upsets within there, but in total they basically just they put everyone on in the list and did their 100 battles against every other trainer, and then said who's the best, who's the worst, and put them all ranked. And turns out the worst is really bad, and the best is not necessarily who you would expect.
Okay. So we're talking just gym leaders? Or, like Elite Four and stuff doesn't count?
Actually, let me double check. I'm gonna pull that video back up, because I was just watching it yesterday. I know, because it's definitely including the Elite Fours and Champions.
Okay. So with those included, that does skew some numbers a bit here. And also, I haven't played all of the games, so there's not...
That's true. But I was... I was shocked at just how bad the worst one was.
Boost!
Yeah, and there's another boost right there.
There was a meme for one of the games. There was a trainer that had a very angry Miltank. Was that a gym leader, or was that just somebody else?
No, yeah, that was Whitney from Gen 2.
Okay, so I'm gonna guess that she's higher because everyone talked about that Miltank.
So Whitney was gym leader in Gold and Silver, and Whitney is only the third gym leader.
Yeah.
But she did very high within her bracket. But
okay.
Still in the range, the expected range of a third gym leader. There were a couple of like fourth and fifth gym leaders and one like seventh gym leader that underperformed in comparison.
So that's how I will say my guesses, whether or not I think they're punching above or below their weight.
Okay. Yeah, generally speaking, she punched above her weight, but not drastically above her weight.
Another one whom I think would typically punch above their weight is Sabrina, Gen 1.
Yeah, Sabrina did pretty good. There's an oddity in Gen 1 in that you can kind of shift around the order of your gyms.
Yes.
But she did middle of the road where she was supposed to be. And there's also an additional oddity in that on the whole, Gen 1 and Gen 2 kind of underperformed on the entire list.
Well, that's because a thing called power creep exists.
Yeah, correct. Power creep exists. You know, Gen 1 Pokemon didn't have abilities. You know, there's a lot of moves that didn't exist. There's a lot of typings that changed over time.
Oh, hello, Ultra Creature. Ooh.
Oh, careful.
Sauced myself up a little bit there. We're okay. So would the ones that did the best be ones that I would know, and or the worst?
At the very least, I know that you know. Well, trying to think. You played the first couple gens.
I played Gen 1. I technically played the remake of Gen 2. I played a little bit of the remake of Gen 3, but not much of it. And then the remake of Gen 1, and then X and Y,
X
and
and
then and then kind of from there.
Aye. So then maybe not. Because the one who did the worst is Faulkner from Gold and Silver by such an upsettingly bad margin.
And what was he?
He was the flying gym leader from Gold and Silver.
And what gym was he?
He was the first gym.
Okay.
So he was expected to underperform.
And flying has a lot of weaknesses that a lot of the other gym leaders would have access for.
Correct.
Like just looking at Gym 1 stuff, Brock is just like, I'm Rock. Deal with it.
Right. But in comparison, Brock, because they did 150 different trainers. Brock took 142nd.
Whew.
So he beat eight other gyms, which is actually pretty good. But a lot of that apparently came from because they simulated 100 battles against every other gym leader.
Yeah.
And Brock went 100-0 against like Lieutenant Surge.
Because Lieutenant Surge is just like, I'm electric, you're ground. Oh no.
He's like, you're grounded. I literally can do nothing here. So despite having like level advantages and whatnot,
that's fantastic.
Brock's numbers got boosted, and there were a couple of people that sort of thing happened.
I mean, types are a big thing in Pokemon.
Types matter,
and especially if you have a type that can get completely negated by somebody.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure there must be a steel gym leader somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Because Koga's poison. I'm sure he had a wonderful time against that.
Yeah, a couple of ones like that are pretty rough. Let's see here.
Also, I want to believe that this wasn't like a computer simulation. I want to believe that someone spent like 5 years of their life just every day is just like, all right, got to put in the next set of battles.
Yeah,
I think I can get like 50 in today.
So, for comparison, the 149th place person,
the guy, the one that beat Faulkner,
the one that beat Faulkner, is Viola, who is wee woo.
I don't know if I know.
She was the first gym leader in X and Y.
Okay.
She's the bug trainer.
Ah, well, yeah, that'll do.
So, not great, but for comparison, she had of all of her challenges, she had 214 wins across all of her matches. Faulkner had 5.
Whoo!
And all 5 of them came from Viola.
Well, dang.
So Faulkner not so good.
All right, I'm reaching what I feel like is the end of my rope. Do I just
Do you want
put
to
on
test out the barrage?
put on the sauce to see what happens?
I think you should, just to see it. I want to see your single target. You're almost a wave 200 too, so you can.
Yeah, well, that's why I was doing
really-
it. I was just like, and my guys just don't stop firing anymore. There's no cooldown.
They're going
for them.
too.
They're just.
Your single target's probably going to go nuts here.
All right, stare down. I am the storm. Got him.
Done. So, on this list, the person that I thought was going to win ended up taking number 2.
Who did you think was gonna win?
I thought it was going to be Cynthia.
If it were a popularity contest, I feel like Cynthia is one of the more popular.
Cynthia is one of the more popular, but Cynthia is also, like, if you play Diamond and Pearl, you know Cynthia deserves her title. Like,
No.
She was terrifying.
You know who deserves their title? According to you specifically? Like the Grandmaster Trainer in Scarlet Violet. you were you would
punch.
you adore that woman.
I have so many problems with Gita.
I got
she has the
I don't know if
potential.
it's a good idea.
She has the potential to be good. And again, if the game didn't hype her up so much, she doesn't know how to stop. She also doesn't know how to team build. Literally, the easiest thing in the world that they could have done to make her actually a little scary would just switch the order of her King Gambit and her Glimora. That's all they would have had to do. And then I would have been like, huh, okay, she's a little scary. Freaking Glimora as an ace. It's like by the time that happens, it's over. It don't matter no more.
So for the record, I took a purification. I know it's probably DPS decrease even with the buffed form, but I wanted to see how much recovery it would give me. Just testing out the new stuff.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good.
Just for all the people in the comments being that were getting ready with their comments, I'm sure.
But the whole reason that I said, speaking of which,
Yeah.
was the number one trainer on all of this is a dude named Mustard.
A dude named Mustard. Who is a dude named Mustard?
Well, it is the Dojo Master Mustard from the Sword and Shield DLC.
Oh, okay.
He is the former champion of Galar. There's a whole like story bit with him, and he's where you get like the Urshifu.
Yeah.
Stuff.
I remember as soon as you said where he was, I was like, I remember that guy.
Yeah, and he apparently is ridiculously strong, has very high levels, etc., etc.
Etc.
Has really good typings.
Oh, here's one of the new music tracks is playing right now. There's new music.
I
tracks.
just heard that. It's like, oh, what the heck? Heck yeah! But it was just you said there's my dumb brain. You said something about like muster up the courage or something like that. I was like, speaking of which,
a guy named Mustard was pretty good at Pokemon.
Yeah.
I like how the ultimate, to make a long story short, Mustard good at Pokemon.
You said Muster, and it made me think of Mustard good at Pokemon. Go watch that Smith Plays Pokemon video. It's very good. It's really interesting. Sorry, I spoiled the top and bottom for you. But
Go watch it. I told you everything that's in it.
No, just the extremes, because I found it interesting just how bad Faulkner apparently is.
Stop having a shield. Except for us. We should continue having a shield. There we go. Since these guys are going so ham, I'm almost considering just making the third the third ally and giving up my ability to shoot, because I feel like they're doing a bang-up job all on their own. They don't need my help.
Yeah.
And then they'd have a third level of pushback shield.
Yeah.
Just technically more vulnerable. And they shoot plenty fast in this configuration.
They do shoot pretty fast.
So you know what? Next level I get, if it's available, if I can get it, because you know how rerolls are, and you know when I want something. All right, well we got the level. Oh, and it's right there. I didn't have to wait at all. Okay. So now I'm just gonna relegate myself to just not being in the way and let the gang handle it. Oh, jeez, that's a lot of tracers. I wonder if I should Tempest the shield. That's another thing that's being changed in the beta, but it's not in the beta right now. It's going to be, but it was a little borked at time of recording. Sanctuary is getting a rework. It's going to be quite different from what I understand. It's going to be, like, separate from you, but, like, you got to get into it to do stuff, but it's...
Sure.
I mean, do you still have the...
Oh, yeah.
The notes?
Yeah. I'm sorry, which bit were you?
Sanctuary, because it's not in the game yet.
Sanctuary? Oh, yeah, that's right, because it's, it didn't work quite right, so let me find it here. Sanctuary, is now a, powerful shield effect, but decoupled from you. So its size is normalized and slowly moves towards you. To get the benefits of it, you need to, like, sit inside of its bubble.
So, I don't know if that means it just, like, travels randomly, or if it kind of orbits you in a weird way. I've made him. With the singularity, I couldn't wrap the way I wanted to. It was bad. I knew I was making him mad, but I couldn't fix it in time.
Yeah.
Oh, sadness.
I'm sorry.
I could have done better than that with that one.
Probably.
I could do better than that with most of these. I'm always like, God dang. But, yeah. So, at least we showed off new Flak. We showed off new Viper yesterday. We'll have to poke around with all the new stuff as they get tweaked during the beta process.
Yeah.
But, in any case, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Get to see some of the new things. And, guess with that, we'll see you guys next time.
Okay, bye-bye.